friends, I did a thing. I got this Cinch bookbinder. I wanted to try it out because I'm in a notebook. I'm in my notebook era. Anyone else? And I'm making my own notebooks. And I thought maybe this bookbinding machine contraption from WeRMakers would help me do this. So let me show you the machine and I will give you my honest review. Listen, I love me. You know I love me WeRMakers. I love American crafts. I love them. So I'm going to give you an honest review. Let me first show you. This is, again, it's on their website. It's a thermal bookbinding machine thing. And I'll show you the machine and then I will show you making some projects with it. So here it is. I just dumped everything on the floor. It's okay. I'll pick it up. It's fine. But here it is. Super light, like super light. Here's the lid. Okay. So you have a plug. You have to plug it in. And then on the side, there's a switch. Okay. Plug it in, turn it on. It's going to start heating up. It's going to give you an alarm letting you know when it's ready. Open this up. Okay. Then I will show you the whole process. There's some things that I didn't realize, like this thing, the cover, how it opens, becomes the holder for the notebook for it to cool off and for the glue to set up. Okay, that's what that is. Note though, don't put a bunch of them in here or else it'll tip your machine over. Ask me how I know that. Live and learn, friends. So anyway, so there's that. When you put your notebook in here, again, I'm going to show you how to do it, but there is a big old button here. You press that button and a timer starts. So you put it in binding side down, press your button and it'll start, it'll heat up, leave it alone until it goes beep, beep, beep. It's only a couple minutes. It's fine. But anyways, let me show you the projects we made with it and then I'll be back and tell you my honest review. Okay? Okay. And oh, by the way, hey, I'm glad you're here. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the Crazy Pants DIY fun. All right, let me show you what I made. Okay, friends, let's review this thermal cinch from WeRMakers. So for this project, I used some binder clips. I also have some, this is the cinch, the binding, like the cardstock binding. Obviously, we have the thermal cinch in the pink color. Yay. Directions that I'm not going to read. Whatever. I also am using some True Block full sheet shipping labels. I have a stack of paper, probably 30 sheets. And then this is the printout on that full sheet label. I made that in Canva. And then I also have a couple of pieces of cardboard that I saved from some other paper project. So you're going to start by plugging in your machine, and then on the side, you have to turn it on. I didn't know that. I had to look on the machine. Whatever. It's, you know, I know it's like, duh, but still, whatever. Turn it on. Let it heat up. While we're letting that heat up, I take my printout that is on that full sheet label, and I'm going to pull just part of the backer off and kind of fold it. We just want to be able to place our label onto the cardstock or the piece of cardboard without having the whole thing stick into itself and getting bubbles and all that. So all I'm doing right now is just aligning it, making sure it's on there nice and straight. And then we adhere that edge that we had frayed. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy Westcott ruler that I love so much. And I'm going to use the shiny side so that it glides across my shipping label. And I'm just going to pull up the backer and push the ruler across it so that way I get the label on there without any bubbles or wrinkles. And it's nice and straight. Ta-da! Look at how pretty it is. I love it. I'm not going to do anything with the back one. So here's one of those little, I don't even know what they're called, but this is the binding apparatus. I'm going to use this one. So what you're going to do is I put my paper, like sandwich everything. Paper is sandwiched in between your two cardboard layers. Get it all aligned, then get a binder clip and put a binder clip on the bottom. It's just to keep things straight and not moving all over the place. There we go. Ta-da. Then what we're going to do is take that, this is just, again, that binding piece, and I'm going to figure out how wide my paper is, which it's 8.5 inches, and I'm going to cut it. This is a Fiskars paper cutter. I'll do a review on it. Heads up, I'm not a fan. Whatever, it's fine. So I'm going to do here, again, I'm just trimming this down so that it fits our paper. Then I am going to take just using my X-Acto knife, I'm just cutting just a little bit of that glue strip out, just because I was afraid it was going to leak out and get all over the place. So I just cut a little bit off just to be on the safe side. So these little binder things, they have adhesive on them. So what I'm going to do is take the backer off of the adhesive, and I'm going to put it on the top of my notebook. Now, you want to make sure, this is like huge big deal. Make sure that glue strip is on the very top so that it touches all of the paper. If it doesn't, your paper is going to fall out, right? Ask me how I know. Oh. Anyways, then you're going to take the backer off of the back one, and you're going to do the same thing, same process, right? I'm going to adhere that. Again, you want to make sure that you don't put too much paper in this, but you also want to make sure you don't put too little, because you want to make sure that glue strip has contact with all that paper. There it is. So now our thermal binder situation is all heated up. It's ready. So I'm going to put the binder side down notebook into this. That sounded silly. You know exactly what I mean though, right? You're going to put that in there, and you're going to press the big button and let it go until it beeps. Then you're going to put it to the side and don't touch it for 5 minutes. Once it's sat for 5 minutes, here we can take our binder clips off, and here we have a notebook. And I'll be honest, I had to do it 2 times. It's okay. Now, I did have a little excess of that little binder edging. So I was like, you know what, let's just do a cute little piece, little notebook. So I got a piece of scrapbook paper. I cut it down to the size of the width of our little binder situation. And then I don't even remember how long I made the paper. Forgive. Oy. But however long you want to use it. This paper cutter, by the way, is a WeRMakers paper cutter, and it is quite lovely. You can't do a lot of pieces of paper in it, but it works. It's sharp and it works. So there we go. All right, so we have 2 covers. We have a cover and a back, and then you're going to put paper the same size as your cover and your backer. You're going to put paper, cut it down, and put that paper in there. Again, I probably put maybe, I don't know, 20 pages in there. Again, I'm using the Fiskars Big Deal Cutter. I would not buy this again, but again, that's for another review. But there it is. I'm just cutting down the paper. You can do as many pieces or as few as you want. Again, I'm trying to do this easy peasy, so I cut a strip the same width as my covers, and then I put my covers on it, and then just mark where the end of my cover is, and then cut that. I know, it's lazy. It's not lazy. Let me rephrase. It's efficient. I just didn't want to measure it. It's fine. So we're going to do the same process. We're going to make sure everything's aligned. Then we're going to put a binder clip on. Then we're going to take that binding, again, making sure that that glue strip is touching all that paper. You're going to take the backer off of that adhesive and stick it onto your cover or your backer, whichever this is. I don't think it matters. And then you're going to just adhere it. Easy. I mean, it's easy enough, right? I mean, again, I got to be honest. I had to do it twice. Every time I did the thermal binding, I had to put the notebook in twice. And that's okay, and here it is. I'm putting it in. Again, you're going to put it binder side down so that that plate melts the glue. Then you're going to let it sit for 5 minutes. Once it sits, then you can take it all apart. Again, I did this twice and it worked out much better. Here it is. Are you kidding? Look at how cute. Like, super happy. This is a really cool notebook. I'm happy I did it on the top and not on the side because it just, I don't know, it made me happy. It's different, right? It just made me feel like it was a little bit more useful because it doesn't lay flat. That's the other thing, but that's okay. But there it is. You can see none of the pages are falling out. Hooray! And then here's that wee little book. Look at how cute it is. We'll take the clip off because it's been more than 5 minutes. And ta-da! Love it. And hello, now we have a full set. Matchy, matchy makes my heart happy. Okay, so we're back. We made the projects. The projects came out really cute, adorable. Honest review. Am I a huge fan of this machine? I want to love it so much. Maybe the next level up is even better. I mean, let's be clear. There are a couple things. There are a couple troubleshooters that might help you if you do get this machine. 1, don't overfill paper. But 2, don't underfill the paper. If you're using the, the little binding things that they have, if you're using those, make sure that it pretty much goes flush with those folds. So this is what I'm talking about. See, and I showed you in the video as well. But see, this is your glue strip. You want the paper to be on that glue strip before you put it in onto that heating element. Okay. If you don't, your paper isn't going to be glued in there and it's going to flop out. Ask me how I know that. Well, another little tip for you. The notebooks I did, I put them through twice just because I was like, they're not sticking to this thing. So I put them through a couple times. Is it a cool tool? Yes. Did it make making some adorable notebooks easier? Absolutely. It's not as fun as making tear-off notepads, which, by the way, stay tuned because that's coming up. It's my favorite thing in the world now. I digress. I apologize. Anyways, so do I love the cinch binding? No, I don't. But it's fun. And will I send it back? No. I still like it. I'll still make notebooks with it, but it's a little hinky. It's wicked thin. Like the plastic is super thin, super thin. It does not feel substantial at all. That's okay, but there you go. So anyways, friends, thank you so much for being here. Let me know in the comments, do you have one of these? And do you have any troubleshooting tips for me? Because maybe I'm doing it all wrong. It would help if I read directions fully. Shh, it's fine. Anyways, and then 2, what little notebook did you like best? Did you like the big notebook or the smaller? Gotta know. Anyways, again, friends, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the crazy pants DIY fun. If you enjoyed the video, maybe a little thumbs up and let me know in the comments. I am so excited to show you the next video, so stay tuned for that. It's an awesome one. Anyways, friends, thanks again for being here. Now it's your turn. Go make something pretty.